Stanley, scuba, sailing, and adventures. Painful lessons learned while installing the MoRide jerry can mount for my Jeep Wrangler JK passenger side. I ordered this from eTrailer.com, and I've done business with them before and been happy, but they didn't mention in the instructions how this installation would go if you had a rock rail like the one I have here. It fits under the rock rail. You have to take the rock rail off, of course, and then put it back on, and the bolts slide through. As part of the disassembly process, I had to loosen some bolts, and I actually took them all the way out of the rock rail, not realizing the rock rail used nut certs. Anyway, that was a debacle. I messed one of them up. It had to be rethreaded. Once I got it back on, I wasn't taking it off. As I mentioned, I ordered this from eTrailer, and I read the details carefully, and it says that it will accept a Scepter fuel can. That is not accurate. A Scepter fuel can will not fit into this jerry can holder. At least my Scepter jerry can will not fit. From the research I did, it looks like Scepter makes another 5-gallon jerry can that's red, that's just a little different than the one I have here. Both plastic. As you see, there's no way this thing is going in. You might ask yourself, well, why didn't he test that before he put it on? Well, I did. And it fit in that little bracket, but once it's assembled, the nuts are what's blocking it from sliding in. See those 4 silver nuts? Now here's the NATO jerry can. Fits perfectly. I wanted to reuse my Scepter jerry can, which I already owned, but once I got this thing on, as I mentioned, it was so much trouble with those nut certs, I didn't want to take it off and send it back. I also tore up one of these little rubber bumpers that you need if you're using the metal jerry can. The NATO jerry can, rather. I spoke with eTrailer, and they said they were going to give me a discount on my next purchase, but as you might know if you've ever looked at these, the NATO jerry can is not inexpensive. As of the recording of this video on April 30th, the website at eTrailer still hasn't been updated to provide some information to consumers. I was very clear with my problem and communicated to them and sent them pictures and suggested they update the website to save other folks from this headache. Now that I got it all together, I'm happy with my NATO metal jerry can. I did add a little cable and a little master lock with an exposure guard on it. Well, just because it's gasoline and costs and humans. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment.